Are e-cigarettes safer than regular cigarettes?
And find out how the Flagstaff community helped a local family's dreams become reality.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Audrey Nagel.
And I'm student anchor Adrian Garola. Thanks for joining us. 2 trailers in Williams are completely lost and 1 house is heavily damaged after a fire this past Tuesday. The fire was quickly contained by Ponderosa Fire District firefighters, but there are indications that this was human-caused. We spoke with Coconino Sheriff Jerry Blair for more information.
We believe that this is a man-caused fire. Now we're left to decide whether or not it was an accidental cause or intentional. And we are looking at the possibility this may have been an arson. And one of the reasons why we're considering that is because about a month ago on the same lot, we had another travel trailer that burned to the ground.
Coconino Sheriff's Department and Ponderosa Fire are undergoing investigations to find out the cause of these fires in parks. If you have any information, contact 928-774-4523.
Coconino County looks to add to the current cigarette ban, now targeting electronic cigarettes. Since first being introduced to the public in 2008, the sale of e-cigarettes has doubled. However, recent studies show major health concerns with e-cigarettes. We spoke with the Coconino County Public Health Services District to find out more.
Our concern is with the health impacts on the public. It's a device that is not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. 41 attorney generals have asked the FDA to regulate it, and up to this point, the FDA has not done so. We are concerned because it's not regulated that basically any e-cigarette can include a number of different products. The cigarettes that have been tested, they've been shown to have 10 cancer-causing agents in them, including formaldehyde and benzene. And our concern as well is with the exposure of that vapor on vulnerable populations, such as those who are pregnant, those who might have asthma or other sorts of respiratory conditions.
Public Health Services will report their findings to Coconino County at the end of next month, stating they are not looking to ban them altogether, but rather raise awareness.
The standardized AIMS test will no longer be required to graduate high school in 2014. All students currently in high school will still have to pass AIMS, but incoming freshmen next fall will be taking a new assessment test that reflects tougher academic standards. Although students won't need to pass the new test to graduate, scores on the new test may be included in their course grades. The State Board of Education is leaning towards the test created by the Partnership for Assessment of Readiness for College and Careers, or PARC. The PARC test will include 3 optional practice tests for students to take beforehand. The test is supposed to be administered online, so schools will need to invest in the technology to do so. If there's not enough computers in the for the test will be taken via pencil and paper in the first year.
Habitat for Humanity of Northern Arizona is a nonprofit organization dedicated to enriching communities by providing housing for those in need. And Habitat has tackled one local's family needs head-on. NAZ Today's Amani Payne has the story.
Today is a happy day because anytime we get another segment of affordable housing, that's good for the city and it's good for the citizens. And we have a new family in a house that they can afford. And you can't beat that.
The Flagstaff community was all smiles today at Habitat for Humanity's groundbreaking event, excited to be a part of providing a family with a peace of mind and a piece of land.
This family has a little boy that's 1 year old, and they're living in a studio apartment, the 3 of them, so mom and dad and a little kiddo. And they have another one on the way. So the need is that they just don't have the adequate space to raise their family. With this home, this will give them the chance to not only provide a safe, warm, cozy place for their kids to grow up, but that will resonate when their kids do grow and they'll be more successful within their neighborhood, within their school system, and everything else that comes with it.
The Jacobs family is still in awe that they now have a place to call their own. A home to raise a family.
Overwhelmed. Just so thankful to be the recipients of this. It's incredible.
We were called and said, hey, congratulations, and we were just stunned. It'll be pretty cool to be a part of your own home build and know all about it.
The home is scheduled to be finished by September 1st, about the same time the Jacobs family will have their second child. A new house,
When we come back, find out more about Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra's show tomorrow night.
And should women be more concerned about their eye health? We'll have that story and more after the break.
All right, another very warm spring day across the region. Today, kind of the end of the really warm weather. We have a little bit of changes. Storm system out in the Pacific's going to pinwheel in. Quite a bit of high cloud cover. We're going to talk about the timing of that and the timing of this storm system, which is also in the forecast. That's coming right up.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it.
The Flagstaff Symphony season is coming to a close, and their last concert of the year promises to be a unique one. Sierra Ferguson is in the studio with symphony conductor Elizabeth Schulz to explain how the show might turn Ardrey Auditorium into a boogie wonderland.
Get ready for a tribute to Earth, Wind & Fire, Blood, Sweat & Tears, and Chicago, as the Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra steps outside their usual genre for a special concert this weekend. I'm joined in the studio with Elizabeth Schulz, who is the creative director and conductor for Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra. So welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Sierra, and you nailed it on the head. That's exactly what we're doing. We're stepping outside of our box and rocking down. We have the great music of the bands from the 70s, the great hits, the ones I grew up with and that you probably heard your parents play. These are timeless treasures, timeless classics, and we're featuring the great Canadian band Genes and Classics. And that's 9 musicians and singers, and they have worked with the greatest. They're all in the Canadian Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So they're absolutely at the top of their game, and we're going to be brought along and have a great concert of, well, we expect everyone to just get in the aisles and just boogie down. And I hope that they do. I think they will.
Question. For the final symphony concert of the year, what drove you sort of in the direction of classic rock for the finale?
Well, you know, it's our Percival Lowell concert, and the generous donation of the Putnams, who gave the money for this concert. They always want to have fun, and they insist that the concert that they underwrite has a really just audience-friendly attitude, and so this is how we think it will go. It will go well.
It certainly promises to be a colorful end to a memorable symphony season. So if you'd like to purchase tickets, those are available at the Central Ticketing Office and FlagstaffSymphonyOrchestra.com. So
.org.
Right. Well, thank you so much again, Elizabeth, for joining us, and we'll go back to you at the desk.
Join Captain CrossFit this Saturday at 9 a.m. in supporting child abuse prevention. The free event takes place in downtown Prescott.
Our vision may seem a little blurry with age.
Apologize about that. Takes place in downtown Prescott and will feature food, beverages, and live music. All proceeds benefit Yavapai Family Advocacy Center, a project to prevent child abuse in Arizona. For more information on the event, go to CaptainCrossFit.com, or to register, visit www.pcaaz.com.
Women are at a higher risk for some eye diseases than men, and the overwhelming majority aren't aware of their increased risk. April is Women's Eye Health and Safety Month, and so in today's Health Minute, let's take a closer look.
This week's High Country Roundup begins in Page, where the Tourism Board has voted unanimously in favor.
Our vision may seem a little blurry with age. However, doctors have a very clear message.
For those who have not had an eye exam, just realize there are a lot of eye diseases out there, and virtually all of them can be slowed or sometimes even prevented if we can do an annual eye exam and pick those conditions up.
According to the group Prevent Blindness America, women more often than men have leading eye diseases. In fact, females are more likely to be visually impaired or blind. But a recent Harris poll shows that fewer than 1 in 10 women are aware of their increased risk of permanent vision loss. Prevent Blindness America wants to educate women of this fact, although they stress the importance of baseline exams for everyone at age 40. Here are some other things all people can do as they age to protect their vision. Follow a healthy diet, include dark leafy greens. Don't smoke. Always protect your eyes from UV rays, and make sure your doctor is aware of any family history of eye disease. They say that good health is important to maintaining good vision. For NAZ Today, I'm Jacob Larson.
Headlines from the northern Arizona region pour in every day, and tonight we have a brief look at what's going on. This High Country Roundup tells you what's new from northern Arizona journalists who report the most current events. NAZ Today's Xavier Rangel brings us tonight's High Country Roundup.
This week's High Country Roundup begins in Page, where the Tourism Board has voted unanimously in favor of giving an additional $25,000 to the John Wesley Powell Museum for its ongoing renovations. The money will go towards the continued expansion of the museum to better serve visitors. The City Council will be voting this week to give the final say. Staying in Page, the Coconino Community College District Governing Board has decided to downsize the CCC Page campus in an effort to reduce the board's $1.3 million budget gap. The Governing Board decided against closing the campus entirely after hearing comment from Page residents and will instead convert the campus into an instructional site. The decision comes after a steady decline in enrollment at the Page campus. Page Campus Director Jim Hunter hopes the new model for the campus will give residents in the area an opportunity to earn a basic Arizona Education Curriculum Associate degree. Over in Payson, water restrictions could come to an end. The Payson Roundup reports the arrival of water from the Blue Ridge Reservoir will allow the town council to lift the remnant of the state's toughest water restrictions as early as next year. Payson's aquifer is actually rebounding due to low water demand. In Prescott this week, the teachers and staff of Prescott Unified School District are getting their first pay raise in 7 years. Board members unanimously approved the 3% pay raise, which will be included into the salary for both certified and non-certified staff members in the coming year. In Winslow, Alan Affelt, the owner of the historic La Posada Hotel, recently purchased the La Castaneda Hotel in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Like La Posada, the property is a former Harvey house and will be used as a food and rest stop along the Santa Fe Railway. In Window Rock, the Navajo Times reports the case to place Speaker of Navajo Nation Council Johnny NAZ on paid administrative leave has been postponed. This comes after NAZ filed a temporary restraining order against the 12 council delegates and one tribal employee. The hearing is set for April 16th at 9 a.m. For NAZ Today, I'm Xavier Rangel, and that was your High Country Roundup.
Underprivileged kids are able to broaden their horizon and have the opportunity to learn from professional photographers on the basics of photography. Our colleagues over at the Arizona State Capitol with ACTV tell us how the program Kids in Focus is helping to change lives.
For these kids,
Cameras are not something that these kids have.
it's all about perspective.
To realize these kids are actually looking at the world around them is mind-blowing.
Kids in Focus is an organization of professional photographers that teach children how to look at the world around them in a new way.
If you had seen how the kids walked into the program with their eyes looking down and not looking at the world around them, not looking at anyone in the eyes.
The kids in this program come from Children First Academy. The students at this school are
homeless kids or living at or below the poverty line.
In other words, the world these kids are used to seeing is usually not a very happy one, which is why helping them see their communities in a new light is so important.
And then we also send them home with the cameras to explore their own worlds, and some of the most powerful images were taken.
The Kids in Focus program lasts 10 weeks, and at the end, their best work is put on display at the Phoenix Public Library.
I wish you could have seen the kids. They were beaming with pride. I mean, I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
When it's all over,
he must have said it a dozen times. I don't want it to end, I don't want it to end.
All the kids get a book of the whole group's work to take with them.
I create these so that the kids have a permanent reminder that they can carry with them to hopefully keep the fire burning.
For Arizona Capitol Television, I'm Brittany Bade.
Find out if that warm weather is here to stay.
And the Coconino Panthers were looking on fire last night. Find out who got that home run and who didn't coming up.
I I've tried all kinds of TV services. The phone company wasn't cutting it, so I cut down. Spotty satellite? Nah, that dish wasn't appetizing. But the all-new Suddenlink? It comes with free HD and a picture so sharp it makes real life look lame. Now I have up to 300 channel choices, earloads of digital music, 10,000 on-demand titles, and new TiVo Stream that turns my tablet into a TV and lets my DVR take road trips. I've seen the future of TV, and the future is easy.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
All right, not hearing a lot of complaining about this April warmth. 71 degrees again today, same place we were yesterday. Average for this time of year, 56 degrees, and we're only 3 degrees off the record high set on this day in 1989 of 74 degrees. So just about as warm as it can get here in early April. Overnight last night, we were at 25 degrees. We haven't seen much precipitation around here at all in this calendar year. We have maybe a little more sprinkles in the forecast for us this Saturday. High temperatures across the state today, 98 degrees down in Phoenix, 78 Payson, 83 for you in Winslow, 89 in Camp Verde. It was lovely 82 degrees in Sedona today. All right, it was mostly sunny compared to all that high cloud cover that we had yesterday. That's long gone. More high cloud cover is on the way, and I think we'll start to see this filter in during our overnight hours. And all this high clouds is pinwheeling in ahead of this area of low pressure that's cut off from the jet stream, main jet stream, way up into Canada. This is a cutoff low that we've been talking about all week long, and it's tapping in to some subtropical moisture here. And this high cloud cover, I think we're going to see some thick high clouds filter in overnight tonight through the first half of tomorrow morning. And then I think we get on the backside of this and actually see a sunny second half to our Friday. This storm system will be right off the California coast come Friday. Come out there tomorrow. It really won't have much impact on us. It'll just be all those high clouds, a little bit of a cooling trend. We're going to nudge temperatures down a little bit tomorrow and even further as this upper level low crosses southern Arizona on Saturday through the day. So it'll nudge temperatures down a good 5 to 10 degrees from where we've been all week and bring in some slight chances of very light rainfall. This is not cold enough to bring any snow versus the storm last Saturday. This storm system will be rain showers for everybody, and the rain showers, if we see them at all, will be quite light. There's a lot of model discrepancy about whether we'll see rain showers or not. If we do, rainfall amounts will be less than 1/10 of an inch. Then this thing is gone come Sunday. We're back to sunshine and a little bit breezy of a northwest type weather pattern with the winds coming in out of the northwest, temperatures staying a little bit more down to earth, yet still above average right into early mid next week. Temperature outside right now, 66 degrees. Very dry out there again today. Dew points in the negative numbers. Our relative humidity at 7%. You may have noticed kind of some chapped lips, dry, kind of itchy skin out there, and that's because this lower level air mass is so dry that's on top of us here in Arizona. Currently, or overnight tonight, 29 degrees, those increasing cirrus clouds, the high clouds that we just took a look at. And then I think we have kind of a two kinds of looking days out there. Partly cloudy during the morning and sunny during the afternoon. Take temperatures down a few degrees, 68 degrees is our high temperature forecast here in Flagstaff. Sedona, 81 degrees, Prescott, 78, Payson, 81, Winslow, 80 degrees, and Tuba City, 78. Okay, here's a look at the extended forecast. That's slight chance of some light night. Rain showers on Saturday, back to sunshine, mid-60s Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, still in the low mid-60s. Possible kind of wind event moving in mid-next week with another kind of dry spring storm system moving through. For you down in Sedona, 81 tomorrow, 77 Saturday, and you're kind of in the mid-upper 70s all the way through late weekend into early next week.
Well, thanks a lot, Lee. Kayla, what do we have going on in sports?
Well, there's a lot of baseball, and I will tell you guys more about it coming up.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. To make room for the 2014 models, we're clearing the lot, and that means great deals for you on our 2013s. Right now, you'll find rebates up to $10,000 on select Chevrolet models. Choose from a full line of vehicles, including the totally redesigned 2014 Silverado 1500. You can always count on our same relaxed, no-pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change.
Let's go! To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet.
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
With only a few weeks left, high school teams are trying to end their spring season strong. The Coconino boys baseball team had an exciting game yesterday at home against Kingman. And we're jumping right into the 3rd inning where all the action was. Number 11, Travis Walters, will hit this to left field for the home run. And then Fritz Plikas will slam this to far right, bringing in 2 runners, keeping him on second base. Next up, number 20, Brant Chapin smacks it to right center for the home run. And I hope everybody is getting a feel for this trend here because this has been happening a lot in this inning. And Diego Johnson up to bat. He's going to hit a 2-run homer on this play. And saving the best and least expected for last, Brant Chapin hits this grand slam to center field to bring the score up 12-4 at this point. The Panthers would take a 13-10 win over the Kingman Bulldogs. And yesterday, the Coconino softball team was also in action as they were on the road to face the Coconino Panthers were facing the Kingman Bulldogs. And they were able to get a 7-2 win over Kingman as they currently have an 8-13 overall record. And the girls will be on the road again tomorrow night, taking on Bradshaw Mountain. First pitch is at 3:45. And the boys will be in action tomorrow as well, and they will take on Bradshaw Mountain at home. This game will start at 3:30. The NPA baseball and softball teams are both in action today at home as they took on Glendale Prep. The boys' game started at 3:45 and just ended as they beat the Griffins 12-2 in 6 innings. And the girls' game started at 4 o'clock as they beat Glendale Prep as well, 15-1 in 5 innings. Both the boys' and the girls' next game is on Saturday when they host Mayor at noon. The Flagstaff baseball and softball teams are on the road tomorrow as well. Both teams will be battling Mingus High School tomorrow at 3:45. The Flagstaff baseball team currently has an overall record of 15-4, while the girls are 14-8. And it hasn't looked like a promising season so far for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but last night they looked to get back in the win column against San Francisco. Bringing you here to the top of the first. Here you go. And Tim Lincecum's mustache looks worse than this pitch. Paul Goldschmidt gets all of this one, sending it out for the 3-run home run. It's Goldschmidt's 7th career homer off of Lincecum. Diamondbacks now up 3-0. Later in the top of the 3rd, D-backs up 4-1. Eric Chavez gets a clean hit and Hunter Pence can't get to it. This brings home Martin Prado, and Chavez would get the triple. D-backs up 5-1. And then top of the fourth, Gerardo Parra drills Lincecum's pitch out of the park for the 2-run homer. It's Parra's first home run of the season, and he was a double shy of the cycle. Arizona gets the win 7-3 and now have a 3-8 overall record as they finish their series with the Giants tonight at 7:15. And the NBA playoff race is really starting to heat up for the Suns now. And with a week left in the regular season, they are trying to sneak into the playoffs. Last night, they took on the New Orleans Pelicans, trying to gain some leverage against Memphis. And it was a back-and-forth game, but we'll start in the fourth quarter. Suns up 3. Austin Rivers gets the ball, and he drives and dishes it to Jeff Withey for the two-handed slam. Pelicans only down 1. Now Eric Bledsoe picks off Rivers' pass, and he lobs it over to Goran Dragic for the floater, and we have a tie ball game at 87-87. Then just over a minute left, Suns up 1, Bledsoe drives and kicks it out to the wide-open Markieff Morris for the mid-range shot. And that's way too easy for the Suns, but finally the Pelicans are down by 3, and Tyreek Evans tries pulling up from the 3. Misses, the ball goes out of bounds to the Suns. Suns hang on to the win 94-88 and are still only a game ahead of Memphis for the final seed after Memphis beat Miami last night.
Oh, Memphis beating Miami.
I know,
but
it's good for the Suns because if the Suns can keep up this winning streak, then that means that they are just one step ahead of Memphis, and that's good because playoffs.
Right. Who would they play in the first round?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
We have some games to go, but...
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Back, another warm day out there tomorrow, 68 degrees, partly cloudy during the morning. I think sunny during the afternoon. Saturday, some light rain showers around, more sunshine late in the weekend, early next week. Temperatures 10 degrees less than where we've been running around this weekend for you down in Sedona. Beautiful day in the Red Rocks tomorrow at 81 degrees.
It's apparently the city version of cow tipping. Authorities in San Francisco are looking for a group of vandals accused of overturning at least 3 smart cars early this morning. Police say the suspect wore black hooded sweatshirts. Here you see shots of the tipped 2-seat German-made vehicles. Officials say they weigh about 1,600 pounds and are relatively easy to tip. Smart cars are popular areas like San Francisco because of their gas mileage and they're easy to park in tight spots.